Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, hi, my name is Madison and I currently work full-time as a school nurse and then PRN on the labor and delivery floor. Hope you guys are all having an amazing fall so far, and I hope you guys are just doing so well. Thank you for all of the constant love and support. It seriously means so much to me. I just love you guys. So today I thought it would be perfect to film a life update and Q&A. So I thought today would be the perfect time to do so. So I have the questions here on my phone, so I'm just going to read through them. I wanted to say a huge thank you to Factor for sponsoring this video. So if you guys have watched pretty much any of my videos before, you know that I love Factor. So if you guys have never heard of Factor before, Factor delivers fresh and never frozen meals right to your front door that are dietitian approved and made with ingredients only with integrity. As always, I do have a discount code for you guys. All you guys have to do is head over to factor75.com and use my code MadisonFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and free breakfast for an entire year. Again, that is factor75.com and use my code MadisonFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and free breakfast for a year. So I want to show you guys the meals that Factor sent over. They sent over the roasted veggie and pesto tortellini with roasted green beans. We have all vegetarian ones again this week. The Caribbean spiced tofu with black beans, rice, mango salsa, and coconut jerk sauce. And there's 2 of those ones. And then sweet potato and chickpea curry. Next is the tomato goat cheese cavatappi primavera, vegetarian tamale bowl with spiced sweet potatoes and pickled jalapeno serena. So these are the meals that they sent, and I'm gonna make the tomato goat cheese cavatappi primavera. So I have my meal heating up right now in the microwave, and so Factor's just introduced its healthiest menu yet. Factor's doubled the size of their menu and doubled their protein and seafood options as well. So Factor is also expanding their global cuisine range, and you can now get Asian and Mediterranean meals. So the food is all done. Look how delicious that looks. So good. So with Factor meals being shipped right to your front door, it makes it so much easier to stay on top of your routine and stay healthier, especially when you're on the go, but you still want meals that are healthy and are going to fuel your body and give you long-lasting energy throughout the day so you don't crash. Perfect for when I'm working at the school or during a 12-hour shift. They're so quick, they're so easy, and they're delicious. Again, if you guys want to try out Factor, all you have to do is head over to factor75.com and use my code MadisonFB50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and free breakfast for an entire year. All of that information will be linked down below in the description if you are interested, and thank you Factor for working with me again on this video. So the first question is, do you still like school nursing better than bedside? So I would say that working labor and delivery as of recently, it has been so much better than it was, or than from when I last really updated you guys when I was working full-time night shift and just down bad when I quit. I think there are pros and cons of bedside and school nursing, and if you guys want me to do a whole video kind of talking about that or comparing it, I will. I mean, I definitely don't have pre-shift anxiety going into the school. I absolutely love going to work every day. The work stress is a lot less at the school than it is at the hospital, but I'm also in 2 completely different situations and dealing with 2 completely different patient populations. The next question is, what's your next 5-year plan, and does that involve more studying? So in 5 years, I definitely still see myself doing nursing. I see myself for sure within those 5 years there definitely being some more studying. I don't know if it'll be later rather than sooner rather than later. I don't know. I have a lot of things in life right now that are just kind of up in the air, and I'm figuring things out. I definitely want to go back somewhere full-time, I think bedside, whether that still be labor and delivery. I am really interested in exploring more options in nursing. I am going to take the time next summer to really focus on if I want to go to NP school and what that will look like for me. I don't know if I'm mentally ready to go through that, but that is definitely something that I am thinking about looking at. So within the next 5 years, definitely there will be more studying, and definitely probably a position at bedside again full-time. I don't know when in those 5 years. I absolutely love the school, but just for skill wise and growth wise, and just taking full advantage of the career of nursing, that you can try so many different things, I definitely want to take advantage of that. How being a nurse is, and being a nurse has seriously been one of the biggest blessings that God has given me in this life. Do I have pit stains? Oh, okay, not yet. But I absolutely love it. There are hard days, but there are great days too, just like with any job, but it is such a rewarding job. And just like at the school, I love going to work. I love interacting with the kids and really feeling like I'm making a difference every day at work. Nursing has had such a huge impact on my life. It has changed me as a person as well. And I've just grown so much and seen so much growth in myself, as well as realizing some weaknesses and stuff I need to work on. But I absolutely love nursing. And if I had to go through it all over again and do it again, knowing what I know now, I probably still would. So yeah. All right, so next there are so many questions on my relationship status, relationship updates. Do I have a boyfriend? Am I dating anybody? Am I seeing anybody? I'll just answer all of them. The answer is yes, I do have a boyfriend. I'm in a relationship. I'm seeing somebody, all of the above. Or like all the above with the same person, not different people. But yes, I do have a boyfriend, and I probably will not be sharing anything relationship related or anything like that. Obviously I'll post like some photos, I'm sure, and stuff, as I have done already, but other than that, I cannot see myself posting anything. I am so happy. So that is a little update. I feel like you guys probably have sensed it maybe, but yes. So someone asked, how is your mental health doing? How are you doing? Well, first off, thank you so much for asking such a sweet question. I feel like I am doing pretty good overall. I definitely still struggle with getting in like little funks here and there, but my anxiety has been so much better. I've talked about this before. I've shared my whole anxiety, depression story on my channel before, but I do take medication for my anxiety. I've been on it since December of 2018 after going to therapy for a year and trying so many things before trying medication, but I do take Lexapro every day. I eventually want to get off of it, but it seems to be working. My anxiety has been good. I definitely think I am just in a more happy situation, situations every day with my job, who I'm surrounding myself with, and just the people in my life. I feel like I've made so much growth over the past couple years because I'm not putting myself in like crappy situations or positions or around like certain people. Overall, doing very well right now, and I'm very happy, and it just feels very, very nice. Do I plan to go back to school to become an NP? I did briefly mention this a little bit ago. I am really thinking and considering about going to school again to get my NP. I have been talking to some people and getting some recommendations and like a good idea of things and what to expect. I will definitely let you guys know once I have like a for sure answer. What are ways you stayed organized and productive when you were in school? So I love this question because I love organization, and staying, like being organized allows me to be productive and stay on top of things, because I'm a person that if my space is dirty, my mind will feel dirty. And like, does that make sense? That sounds kind of weird, but like my mind will feel like messy if my space is messy, if it's cluttered. That's how my mind feels. So when I made sure when I was studying I had a super clean space around me, okay, my mind felt clear to sit down at my desk and study. Or if that's not practical to have a clean space, go somewhere quiet that you can study, like the library, or where you're not worried about like the clutter around you. It's just so much easier to focus when there's not stuff all around you. Next, you already knew it was coming, is a planner. This helped me stay so organized. It was super fun to like color code things and stuff too. But even if you're not super into all of that, having a planner to stay organized and knowing when knowing what needs to be done by when, or when to study for what exam or final, that is super helpful. And I would say that is like the main thing, is like having a planner so you know when things are due, and at the beginning of every semester sit down, go through all of it, write it in, so you have everything like in one place, so you're not trying to like go on Canvas or Blackboard and search up the syllabi and look when things are due, or go through your packets and see when things are due. Like everything will be like right there in your planner, and you can just take it around with you, so you'll never have any questions on when things are due. Or you can take a picture of it and have it on your phone. That's what I would always do as well if I wasn't taking my planner, so I knew exactly when everything was due at all times, and it eased my anxiety. Obviously just making like planning more fun and organizing more fun with like cute containers or highlighters or pens and a cute planner. Cute school supplies, stationery, that always helped me. I've always been a stationery girly, but it just makes it more fun. So I definitely recommend, if you don't find it fun, maybe try doing a little bit of like extra stuff to make it more fun for you. The next question is, how has my relationship been with Jesus lately? And this is a really good question, and to be honest with you guys, it has not been the strongest that I would like it to be, but I am making an effort and doing things to change that. I just signed up for a women's Bible study. It's like 6 weeks and it starts in October, and I'm so excited. Signed up and ordered like my little book for it. I think that it is awesome to be a part of something. No, even if you stumble far away from God, he is always there. He is always sitting there. He's waiting to talk to you and for you to talk to him. So yes, but I'm working on it, and it is always a work in progress. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for my Bible study group to start. So the next question is, any advice to someone who wants to work in the medical field one day? This could be answered many different ways depending on where you're at in your life. If you're in high school wanting to work in healthcare, if you have an option to like pick classes and stuff, I would definitely recommend take classes related to like stuff having to do with healthcare. So first thing obviously that I think of is anatomy. If you can get in that in high school, I definitely recommend it. Even if it's just like a high school anatomy class, like that's the one that I took. It wasn't like a college one. It helped me so much. It introduced me to like the human body and all of this stuff that I didn't know, which I mean, obviously I learned about stuff growing up in like health class. That really fascinated me with the human body, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And that definitely sparked my interest in going into nursing. Chemistry or microbiology, I don't know if they offer micro in high school. I'm assuming they do. I don't know. I took it in college though. Also doing like STNA program, which is like a state tested nurse assistant program. You can get your foot in the door by getting a job as a nurse assistant in a hospital. That gives you a really good practice for hands-on care. I definitely recommend that. And I also recommend shadowing, whether it be friends or family in healthcare. Such an amazing thing to do. You can kind of get a day in the life, kind of see what they do, see if you'd be interested in doing what they do. And yeah, how long do I plan to be a school nurse? I kind of touched on this a little bit in the beginning. Obviously, to just be straightforward with you guys and honest, like fully just transparent, I could seriously see myself being a school nurse for like forever, the rest of my life, for all my days, because I love it so much. I love everybody that I work with. I love all my students. I love the place that I work at. I just feel so appreciated and loved. I feel Jesus in the building that I work at, and it is just so beautiful. I feel Jesus in the people around me. Like, it's just so amazing. But you know, I'm 26. I want to have my own house, and what I'm getting at the school financially, like long term, isn't something that I guess would be sustainable. And I want to have kids hopefully and stuff one day, so I'm just thinking into the future, especially because I am 26, but I'm for sure working at the school for the rest of this year, and I'm very excited and grateful for every day that I get there. So the next question is, what was the training like to be a school nurse? So this is a really good question, and I get this question a lot, so my answer is going to be different than some other school nurses, and I will explain. But so I got hired as a school nurse through an agency, and when the job became available, I had reached out because I knew the principal of the school, and she put me in touch with the agency, like who was hiring. I didn't know it was like through an agency. The school employs their nurses through this agency. The agency had us do a 2-week training, I believe, or was it a 1-week training? I think it was 1 week. Yeah, it was a 1-week training where we went over basically kind of everything that we would probably be likely to see in the clinic. Obviously, you can never know what you're going to see, but we can talk about the things that we'll see frequently. We got checked off on certain things. At the training, I was there with other registered nurses, some LPNs, some like medical assistants, retired nurses who were coming back. The training was not too bad at all. It was actually quite like smooth sailing compared to certain things at the hospital. But I do know some positions in my state, and then also like I know around other places, you have to be a like state certified school nurse. So I am not like a state certified school nurse. I had got reached out by a high school to be a school nurse there, but there you have to be like a state certified school nurse, and I'm not that, which is weird because it's both like through the same agency, but I guess it's just a different job description. So yeah, but I just had to do that, and then obviously I have to do like modules like yearly to keep up with certain things, but I do most of like all my modules and get all my CCU hours through the hospital, which is like what you need to renew your RN license every 2 years, which if you haven't done it yet, do it. I just did mine. When I'm going through the questions, I got this question asked multiple times, and it was, where did me and my boyfriend meet? My boyfriend and I met at a bar, which is, I never thought I would say it because I really do not go out, and anyone in my life knows that that is just very funny. And the fact that I met my perfect boyfriend at a bar
It's just crazy to say, but yes, I met him on Blackout Eve, which is the night before Thanksgiving, where everyone, you know, everyone from my hometown goes out. That is how we met. A lot of you are going to ask, and I will just say he is not in nursing. He doesn't do anything related to healthcare. Do I plan to be more consistent with my YouTube videos anytime soon? And I feel like literally I just say like I'm always like in a funk or just like back and forth when it comes to filming and editing. And I think I have said this, but truly I have become like in my head such a perfectionist when it comes to like how things look, which you're probably like, oh my gosh, like half the time your videos suck or they don't even look anything like crazy like editing or certain things. But like when it comes to like me or like when I sit and I edit, like I have like, I don't know, there's just so many videos that I have like filmed, and like when I sit down to edit them and I'm editing them, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hate this, I don't like this, or why does like my face look like this or my chin look like this, or like my like, and I'm just so mean to myself and I need to stop. And it is definitely an ongoing battle, but hopefully, God willing, I will be able to, and it's more of just like a mental thing I kind of have to work through, because I love making videos for you guys, but it's just like sometimes I just sit down and I just get so in my head, and I think it's just, I'm definitely like, I just doom scroll and I see stuff and I just, all right, so the next question is asking how working PRN on the labor and delivery floor is going, and it is going really, really good. I did work on Saturday a couple days ago and helped deliver a beautiful baby girl, and I did work a lot more this past summer than I did last summer. And I was really nervous to start working again in the summertime because I had not worked since I think November. I scheduled myself like November, December, January, and February, like once every other weekend or something. And I had gotten called off like every shift. And then I think like the last one I had scheduled, I called off because I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna a whole day, and I was like supposed to be going out of town, and then like whatever. So yeah, but I'm super happy because I got to work over the summer, and I wanted to be put more on like postpartum because I was like super anxious about labors. But a couple of the times that I had gotten called off, I was still called back in, or I got mandated off, but I was still on call. So then they called me back in, and I had a labor patient, and anytime that I've gotten called back in and had a labor patient, it actually went really well. So that has been really helping build up my confidence back with the labor patients, just because I've been wanting to keep with the postpartum, because I love my postpartum patients, and also like I just have such a bad taste in my mouth from like labors and just the experiences with some doctors and stuff. But like mentally, when it comes to work, I am less anxious because I know that I'm not going to be there every single, you know, 3 nights a week or plus more because of the on-call. It's so nice that I don't have the on-call anymore. And I mean, I still have the on-call if they mandate me off, but you know, it's just less. And also I just have a different perspective on the doctors, where I'm like, okay, like again, if you treat me bad, like I don't have to come back constantly. And I kind of just really don't care anymore about like the way that they act. Like I just kind of accepted it, maybe from being away from it, or like when I left for a little bit, or I come back, or I haven't worked in like a month, and I'm like, how's the floor, you know, and they're just saying the same stuff. I'm like, these doctors have been like this, like they're not going to change. And that's what, you know, my nurse friends have been telling me who've been there for years, like, oh, you just have to like brush it off. And like I think maybe I'm starting to do that because I just don't care anymore. But who knows, that may change when I get a new job one day and people are mean there. I don't know, people are gonna be mean anywhere, but that's just because I'm sensitive and I get like that. But I definitely care less, so it's going good. I've been working all day shift on PRN. I've been picking up day shifts, so that's also been a million times better because we're super short on night shift, and I think that would just spike my anxiety so much, to the point probably where I'd be like, I don't even want to do this anymore, I don't want to work PRN. So yes, but working day shift has been awesome, and obviously you don't get that night differential, but I'm PRN, so I get the PRN differential, which is really nice. But I feel like I've been talking and rambling for a long time. Overall, my life is good. I'm doing very well. I'm just so grateful for all of you guys. I'm grateful for everybody in my life, my family, and my friends. And of course, my camera decides to run out of storage when I was going to film an outro for the video. So I'm editing it right now and wanted to hop on here and just again say thank you guys so much for all of your love and support. It seriously means so much to me, all of your guys' sweet comments and messages. Sometimes like I'll just go to my videos or like look at my page and like just see all the nice comments you guys leave, and I just cannot believe how lucky I am to be in this position. And little Maddie would be just freaking out still, and so proud. And all of your guys' kindness, it really does like push me to be better, and your support just means the absolute world to me. If you guys have any more questions that I didn't answer, please leave them down below, or if you guys want me to film another one, I can, with more answering like more questions.
But yeah, if you guys aren't already, I'll put my Instagram and TikTok right here, and then also down below in the description if you guys are interested in following me on there. You don't have to. But yeah, I just love you guys. I hope you guys are doing really well. Let me know what you guys are currently up to. If you're still watching this far along in the video, let me know in the comments what you're up to. And yeah, I just love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Look, my nail's off. Okay, bye.